Hey guys, what's up? It's Lame Otaku. Today I'm doing my review for Naruto Volume 36. So yeah, cover looks pretty cool in my opinion, with Hidan and Kakuzu on it, and a bunch of Narutos in the background, which is kind of misleading because Naruto does not fight them. But yeah, Naruto's on the side. Oh, the spine. I don't really agree with that either. They don't really correspond these correctly. I would have either Asuma or Shikamaru on the side for this volume, and on the back, Naruto again. I guess, yeah. So this is called Cell Number 10. I haven't really said anything about the titles in the last few manga reviews. So from now, I'm just gonna say the titles at the beginning. All right. So like usual, I'm expecting you to know what happened in this volume so far. So yeah. Um, Things I kind of wanted to talk about in this is mostly Hidan, Kakuzu, and then the plans of the Akatsuki, which really interested me. So we'll start out with Kakuzu. He kind of almost uses like Luffy's power, where he like stretches out his arms, but he kind of like takes his arm off and like throws it at you and stuff like that. More like Buggy's power. It's like a combination of Buggy and Luffy's power. It's like attached by wires or something. But besides that, we don't really know much about Kakuzu yet. And if you don't know, that's Kakuzu and this is Hidan. So yeah, let's move this closer. So yeah, Hidan, we basically learned the full extent of his like abilities and stuff in this volume, or maybe not the full extent, but his main thing, which seems to be his main thing. So yeah, Hidan basically uses this thing where he links himself to an opponent. He like kills himself, and then which doesn't affect him. He is basically invincible, and then his opponent dies. So that's what happened to Asuma, which is Cell Number 10's leader, which is Choji, Ino, and Shikamaru. So yeah, Shikamaru did manage to find this out through his amazing brain power. I really like the concept of Hidan's power and all the qualifications that need to be met, like with his blood or with the blood he has to drink from his opponent and being inside that little circle thing. But yeah, so Hidan is kind of, at the moment I don't really see any weaknesses, because if he ends up hitting you at all or getting any blood from you, you're basically done for, unless somehow you can keep him out of that circle or keep him from making the circle. And Shikamaru's shadow stuff doesn't last long enough for that. That's the one thing I've seen with Shikamaru. His fighting style really isn't that effective. Obviously his brain power is his best skill, but the actual shadow stuff doesn't really help that often. Well, it's useful. It's like a useful extra thing, but it doesn't get the job done. It's what I've seen. It just kind of prolongs a fight. And yeah, so Shikamaru isn't that great of a fighter himself, but the reason he wins a lot of his fights is because of his brain power and ability to find out his opponent's stuff. But in this case, they kind of just run off, and it's almost like a draw. Well, yeah, they win in the end. Hidan and Kakuzu, they basically kill Asuma, and yeah, this is kind of the first main character that we've seen die besides the fourth Hokage. We haven't really seen anyone else die, and to be honest, Asuma we hadn't seen a lot of until like recently anyway. So I feel like the author of this is kind of dragging some people out. It would be kind of cool to see someone, or not really cool, but game changing, I guess you could say, to see someone like more important die. Obviously not Naruto or Sasuke, but someone more like, I don't know, Lee or something like that, because that would actually do something, but it wouldn't destroy the series. It's not like your favorite character's dying unless you like Lee that much. But anyway, yeah, and yeah, the fourth Hokage was kind of an important part. He was old and stuff, and it seemed like he was gonna be gone at some point anyway, so it wasn't really a big deal for me seeing him die. So yeah. Let's get back on topic with the Akatsuki and their plans. Um, First I'll talk about like the leader kind of. The leader seems to be some guy who's sitting on like a tower in the middle of a city or something like that. I don't think it's the Leaf Village or Kunaha, or however you say it. I'm pretty sure it's not. It looks like a much bigger city. So yeah, um, the leader guy seems kind of like one of those guys, like I said earlier, like in one of my recent episodes about this, is he's kind of the guy that's trying to get a plan done. He's kind of just following steps in his plan and everything goes according to it and stuff like that. Kind of like Light in Death Note, which I'm not gonna spoil it for you, but yeah. Um so yeah, now I guess we'll talk about the actual plan on how they're going to kind of use the economic strategy, in my opinion, it is. So I'm just going to explain it real quick for those of you who didn't really understand it that well. Basically, shinobi in different villages, the only way they get paid is by doing, like, fighting and filling out missions and stuff like that. And the main way they get paid is through conflict and, like, wars and stuff. But recently it's kind of been like a more peaceful kind of thing going on, so a lot of shinobi are losing their jobs in the smaller, like not the fire land of fire, not the huge countries, mainly the small ones. But anyway, basically what the Akatsuki are planning on doing is creating their own army and like starting these conflicts, helping out the small ones, and like creating conflicts and getting a whole bunch of money together, and they're going to slowly work their way up to where they kind of control the conflicts, and using like the nine tails and the tailed beasts, they're going to try to like create new wars and stuff, but it's all going to be like controlled by them, and so they're going to almost basically rule the whole, well, the economy of the whole world in a sense. And so eventually they're going to be able to eliminate the main, like the land of fire and all those places, because they won't have any economy because of all this fighting. Is all the money is going to the Akatsuki. Everyone's hiring them, and eventually there will be no smaller armies and stuff, and they'll basically rule the world in the end. Which, my thoughts on this is, I don't really see how. I think this is a really, really cool plan in my opinion, and I really like how it's thought out and stuff like that. But I don't really see how you're gonna go from the point where you're creating conflicts and stuff to like commanding all wars. Like, wouldn't you think like the Konoha, or however you say it, the Leaf Village and a Land of Fire are gonna try to jump in and stop this? Didn't really seem like they had a plan for that to happen. So I feel like they're a little bit arrogant in how they're doing this, but yeah. But it was kind of a lame thing, to be honest, to find out that they're just trying to take over the world. Um, there might be some kind of a deeper mission in the end for the Akatsuki, but for now, all we know is the taking over the world thing. And in my opinion, right now, it's failing because, well, it's half and half failing because they are capturing quite a few of the tailed beasts, but then again, already one of their members has been completely killed, and Deidara, the other member, or Sasori is the one who got killed, and Deidara kind of just ran away and kind of didn't succeed. So, and they're not really going to be able to get their hands on Gaara or Naurto anytime soon. So I kind of see that as a problem too. So, oh, hold on, I have to sneeze. Oh, sorry, I couldn't sneeze here. My bad. So yeah, that's basically my thoughts on their kind of plan and how it's going. I think at the moment they've got 2 and 3, and they tried to seal the one tails, so they've got a while to go. So they're not really close to having all of the tailed beasts so far, but they're making progress pretty quickly. So I think it's when like the future of this is gonna be coming down to them trying to get all the tailed beasts and making some kind of a super monster or something like that. 'Cause yeah. um so yeah, that's my thoughts on volume 20 or 36. Let me just see if there's anything I missed. Not really. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, I should have 37 up probably Friday. Sorry about this. Yeah, I'll have 37 up probably on Friday. So, and right now I actually own up to 49, so I'm really far behind. I have another 14 volumes to read. So yeah, I guess I'll see you guys next time with 37 or an unboxing or something like that. Alright.